Hello my readers, and welcome back to our channel. Today we're going to be reading Peanuts, Be My Valentine, Charlie Brown by Charles Schulz. I love Snoopy. Valentine's Day was almost here, a time to express feelings of love and friendship. Charlie Brown eagerly checked the mailbox for valentines, but it was empty. He decided to sit and wait for them to be delivered. "What are you doing?" asked Lucy. "I'm waiting for my valentines," answered Charlie Brown. "Well, good luck! You're going to need it," replied Lucy as she walked away. "She didn't have to say that," mumbled Charlie Brown. At school, Miss Othmer was taking class attendance. "Did you hear that?" asked Linus. "Miss Othmer called my name. She must really like me." "Don't be silly," replied Sally. "To her, you are just another one of her students." "On the contrary," said Linus, "I have a feeling that I am somebody special to her." Later that day, Charlie Brown checked the mailbox again. "No valentines," said Charlie Brown, frowning. "That's it, Charlie Brown!" exclaimed Linus, his face lit up with excitement. "I'll get Miss Othmer the biggest valentine ever. Then she will know just how I feel about her." Linus ran into Violet at the store, who was also shopping for valentines. "Wow!" exclaimed Violet, admiring the big box of chocolates in Linus's hands. "Who is that for?" "It's for Miss Othmer," said Linus. "Be careful," warned Violet. "It's not a good idea to fall in love with your teacher." Linus corrected Violet. "I never said I was in love with my teacher. I am just fond of the ground she walks on." It was the day before the class Valentine's Day party. Miss Othmer asked Schroeder to organize the exchanging of valentines. "Please bring in any valentines you want to give, place them in here, and they will be handed out during our class party," instructed Schroeder as he pointed to the red box on the table. Sally's hand shot up in the air. "Should they be store-bought or handmade?" "Either is fine," answered Schroeder, "though handmade valentines are especially thoughtful." "This is perfect," Charlie Brown said to himself. "This is such a big class. Somebody is bound to give me a valentine." Later that day, Sally and Charlie Brown were busy making valentines for the party. "I can't do it," cried Sally, frustrated. "I can't cut and paste." "Here, Sally," Charlie Brown said, picking up some paper and a pair of scissors. "I'll show you. First, you fold a bunch of paper in half and—" Just then Snoopy appeared, grabbed a piece of paper, a pair of scissors, and started snipping away. Within seconds he had made the most beautiful valentine. Charlie Brown and Sally stopped and looked over at Snoopy's creation. "Maybe I'll just stick to handing out store-bought valentines this year," announced Sally. The next day at school, Miss Othmer's class was getting ready for the Valentine's Day party to begin. Everyone placed their valentines in the red box. "What's the briefcase for?" Schroeder asked Charlie Brown. Charlie Brown replied, "In case I get a lot of valentines. I wanted to make sure I had something to carry them in." Linus couldn't fit his valentine for Miss Othmer in the red box. "Schroeder, would it be okay if I gave Miss Othmer my valentine in person?" "Sure, Linus," answered Schroeder. "I think that would be really nice." Miss Othmer announced that it was time for the class party to begin. Schroeder started handing out the valentines. Charlie Brown watched closely as Schroeder gave one to Pigpen, then Lucy, then Sally. "Any of those have my name on it?" Charlie Brown asked Schroeder. "No, Charlie Brown," answered Schroeder. "When I get one with your name on it, I'll let you know." Schroeder continued to hand out the rest of the valentines. "Wow," said Violet. "Charlie Brown hasn't received a single valentine." "Who would waste a valentine on Charlie Brown?" replied Lucy in a harsh tone. "Well, that pretty much does it," said Schroeder. "Happy Valentine's Day, everyone." "That's it?" asked Charlie Brown in disbelief. "No more valentines?" "Yep," replied Schroeder. "That's it. Charlie Brown picked up the red box and shook it hard to see if any valentines were stuck in the box, but it was empty. Meanwhile, Linus was looking around the classroom for Miss Othmer, but she was nowhere to be found. "Where's Miss Othmer?" asked Linus. "Gone," replied Violet. "She just left for the teacher's parking lot a minute ago." But before she could finish her sentence, Linus ran out of the classroom and down the hallway in search of his Valentine. A heartbroken Linus wandered outside and ended up on the bridge. "I spent all of my money and made a complete fool of myself," yelled Linus, opening the box of chocolates and throwing the candy over the bridge. "This one is for love, and this one is for romance, and this one for Valentines." The next morning, Charlie Brown woke up and rolled out of bed. "Well," Charlie Brown said to himself, "another Valentine's Day has come and gone." On his way to school, Charlie Brown stopped at the mailbox. "Maybe I'll get a Valentine after all. I have to check. Just one more time." Charlie Brown slowly opened up the mailbox, but instead of finding a Valentine, Snoopy popped out and planted a big kiss on his forehead. "Ugh!" cried Charlie Brown. "I hate Valentine's Day." Outside of school, Violet and the rest of the girls approached Charlie Brown and Schroeder. "Charlie Brown, we feel really guilty that you didn't receive any Valentines," said Violet. "I've erased my name from this one and want you to have it." "Now wait a second," lectured Schroeder. "Why didn't you give him one yesterday? You just want to give him a Valentine now because you feel guilty. He doesn't need your used Valentine." "Wait," interrupted Charlie Brown. "Don't listen to him. I'll take it." After school, Charlie Brown and Linus reflected on the events of their Valentine's Day. "I didn't do so well this year," said Linus. "Miss Othmer never even knew I had a Valentine for her." "At least they showed some thought for me, even if it was a day late and a used Valentine," said Charlie Brown. Linus patted his friend on the back and said, "Happy Valentine's Day, Charlie Brown." Okay, I like this story, but I have some problems with this book too. First of all, you should give everybody in your class a Valentine. Secondly, the teacher should have never left while there were still kids in the classroom. And finally, and probably most important, don't feed your Valentine's Day chocolate to your dog. That could kill your dog. Oh, this book was written a long time ago, so I don't know. It just upset me. Anyways, if you'd like to hear more stories, don't forget to like and subscribe, so we'll see you in another story.